Hey guys, this is Bat Briscoe coming at you from the spare room. Today I was going to show everyone my old D&D pewter figures that I had actually hand painted myself when I was probably in 6th grade through high school. Had a lot of years playing Dungeons and Dragons, just like a lot of people my age now. And actually I was watching some videos on YouTube and I decided maybe it was time to kind of showcase my collection a little bit. So without further ado, we're going to get into it. I've actually separated, and I actually included the starter set, which is what got me motivated to do this. Trying to teach my son how to play D&D, and it has been fun. So I tried to group these into logical groupings. First we have the Rangers and the Rogue, as you can see. So I painted these guys, and some are obviously unpainted. This is the Rogue. So obviously got a short sword and a dagger, it looks like. And let's see, beyond that we have all the fighters, possibly paladins. We have a wide range of armor, certainly helms I should say. Some actually missing some swords, a little embarrassing, but I've learned to deal with it. And we've got the clerics. So the clerics back here. The two on the right were definitely clerics. The two on the left, I believe the one with the green helm, I believe is a cleric, and this guy, I think I doubled him as a cleric. But he has a shield and a sword, and back in the day, clerics couldn't have swords. Then we have kind of the magnificent knights, the very armored up, most likely fighters. I don't think there's any paladins in here, possibly that guy. But very brutal, and actually had a knight with wings, could have been an angel I suppose, maybe a demigod. Those are those guys. And of course we have our mounted knights. These were some of my favorites. Those were fun to paint. Tried to make them matching, and of course I never did get to that third one, but maybe I will now. And let's see, then it comes to our wizard group. These were always fun. So in the wizard group, I've got kind of an adventuring wizard here. I've got a Gandalf looking wizard. Next is this wizard here. You can see his beard. Same with this guy, kind of a Gandalf-y, but more with a cloak, not a hat. And then of course, this is kind of a necromancer. Let me turn him sideways and you can really see this guy. Kind of conjuring some type of, I don't know, smoke monster. I don't remember the spells now, but I will. And then of course this guy, he actually had a little attachment, a head that came out of that little hole on top, and this was kind of, I can't remember what spell it was, but it looked actually really cool. So he's actually standing, it actually looks like he's on a throne or something, but he's standing and that's all smoke around him. And then that brings us to our monsters. So in our monsters group I have a pack of kobolds. Kobolds were fun. Everyone always encountered kobolds. They were usually the easy ones to take out. They had low hit points, low armor class, but they were a dime a dozen. Usually when you encountered them, you encountered a pack of them. You see some detail on these guys. So we can get some close-ups here. These guys I have not painted except for this guy. This was kind of the scheme I was going to go for. Kind of the red helm with the more like a chainmail looking vest. And then, okay, back here we've got, so this is a classic vampire. This was a terrible paint job, but as you can see, just kind of a black cloak. And I was trying to go for kind of a Dracula looking thing, but clearly I was not patient with that one. And see behind there, this is an air elemental. Try to get some cool details in there. Try to make a face. This looks like a Dracolisk, I believe it was called. Right there. This was one of my favorites. Probably not the best paint job, but this is a classic purple worm. Never wanted to encounter a purple worm in D&D. They were really strong. I had many a character die because of those things. Let's see, over here I've got a Dryder, which is half man, half spider. He's armored, as Dryders were. Those guys are tough too. This is the classic Ferryman, the boat and Ferryman, Charon, if anyone's familiar with the lore. I thought that was a cool rendition of it, and it was fun to paint. And of course right here I've got a dragon that is a steed, so I made him a blue dragon. Probably would be much bigger than that, so maybe a baby dragon. And finally, if anyone's seen Stranger Things, this is a Demogorgon. That's what they actually look like. Let's see if we get a close-up of this guy. Demogorgon was probably one of the most powerful creatures in Dungeons and Dragons. Another one you did not want to mess with. If you did, you better have high-level characters and a lot of hit points, and a giant party, because they are not easy to take down. Let's see, and then of course I got the classic dice. So that's the collection. I'm thinking about highlighting each one. You guys tell me. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you'd like to see more of. Thanks a lot.